Part of me wants to buy a MacBook Air and be a normie with a girlfriend. And another part of me wants to build a $1,500 desktop and play adult anime games.
Hey, you're the one. What do you have, like a non-functioning amygdala?
Hello, friends. Trace amounts of science. We're getting back into some 4chan Greentexts today. Somebody specifically requested some newer Greentexts, so I'm going to try and focus on that. Maybe just a couple years old instead of, a decade old. My little friend Gubbins here probably got some strong opinions on 4chan Greentexts. You like them new, fresh, or old? Aged, like a fine wine?
Greentext posts preference. Gubbins prefers vintage flavors. Protect Chief. Savor aged tales. Gather strength from classics. Embrace the past. Conquer cringe. Gubbins.
Well, Gubbins doesn't want the new ones, but too bad. That's what we're doing today. You're just along for the ride, okay? Maybe it's gonna go horribly. Maybe this is a grim portend, but I guess we'll find out. Thanks so much for joining me, friends. Let's get on into this thing. Oh, first post, Tiny Mustache Man. Yes, a grim portend indeed. Once my indie games that I've worked on for 3 years comes out, everything will be alright. That's right. We had a friend of ours, Tato Ferret, make a neckbeard dating sim. Didn't take him 3 years, but he's got some good marketing with ReddX Industries, let me tell you that much. Because that's really the secret, You think you could just sell shovelware and people will buy it, but no. People want a fine gaming experience. If it's good, it'll take off. If not, people know. Sometimes it's hard to be honest with yourself, too. Is the thing that I made shit? Who's to say, really? But if it's your first game, yeah, probably it is. Anyway, moving on. The fall of Nihon. Japan used to be the center for technological innovation, was always ahead of the US. Current year, they have no groundbreaking AI software of their own. Nothing worth talking about has come from Japan in ages. China is now the king of tech advancement. What happened? Oh no, dude. They sort of gave up, didn't they? I don't think they were ever top-notch at software, if I'm honest, given some of Nintendo's past, but at least their hardware was good. And yeah, they seem to have given up on that. I don't know what's going on over there. Dire straits. Good luck, Japan! Our next post is The Rock standing next to David Hasselhoff, and The Rock's looking pretty shrimpy, honestly. I didn't realize the Hoff was such a fucking unit. Look at him!
Damn, boy, he's thick! Boy, that's a thick-ass boy!
It's a beefy boy. This is the photo that mentally broke The Rock. Yeah, and I can see why. You don't know until you know. He's tried to play catch-up. I don't know if it's working out. Anyway, next post. This one's about Grandpa Joe and that Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. I'm a lazy fuck who can't get out of bed. Oh, my grandson won a golden ticket. Well, I'm gonna fucking breakdance for the first time in 10 years. Seriously, what an asshole. I don't think anybody truly likes Grandpa Joe. He's a scam artist is what he is. He's a layabout. You think just because you lived 80 years, you get the last 10 for free? Nah, not in this old life, pal. Whatever. Moving on. This is AF Post. They said Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu gave Trump a golden pager during White House meeting. Clearly, you can see from the picture that it's a black pager. It's not made of gold. But this Anon says, cool gift. Another Anon says, golden is black. Epic. Who are you trying to play for a fool here? Come on now. Some people try to tell me I'm not intelligent. I'm very intelligent. I'm not the one that says it. Other people are the ones who tell it to me. And I got a pager from Netanyahu. Yeah, it's black gold. It really is. It's made of Texas tea. Like the old fucking hillbillies. He's old enough to remember Beverly Hillbillies, ain't you?
Oil, that is. Black gold. Texas tea.
I don't understand the point of this at all. But okay, I guess he didn't say shit about it, so Netanyahu won? Question mark? Don't care. Anyway, next post. This one's about Yoda. People were really mad that one of the most powerful Jedi ever knew how to fight with a lightsaber. Like, really? This is very fucking stupid. Just because he's old, chilling out in the swamps of Dagobah, hasn't done his training for a while, doesn't mean that he could never do it, you know? They made him look like a total bastard. He's flipping around and all that. Oh, Yoda.
Kill that motherfucker! Kill all our friends!
Remember you forever, I will. Anyway, next post. Here's a post that features office space. Try climbing the corporate ladder, have to fight narcissistic bosses while your desk floods with paperwork, work construction or other handyman work, have to live with constant body aches and fatigue, try easy entry-level job, everybody looks down on you and treats you like garbage. There really is no way out, is there? I mean, the only way out is up, as far as I can tell. Step on the neck of every boss that you encounter, and surely you shall level up. This is my advice for life. Good luck. I have the utmost faith in you. Next post. Here's an Anon talking about a Final Fantasy X play game is easy. Get to final boss, insane difficulty spike. You must load a previous save from 5 hours ago and grind for hours on random mobs to have any chance of winning. Great game design. Do you understand what a JRPG is? It's meant to suck your life away. That's one of the only RPG genres that I stay away from, like, exclusively. So I guess we can all agree that JRPGs suck, right? And we're moving on to the next post then. This one's about Invincible. No, Cecil, you can't just rehabilitate villains and use their skills and powers for good. They have to rot in prison forever. Michelle eventually escaped from anyway, because they were killing people. Jesus, what was Mark's problem? Cecil was completely reasonable here. Well, it sounds to me like Mark never watched a little movie called Sewer Slide Squad. Nobody did. The people that did hated it. And then they're like, we can redeem ourselves with a video game. That was also critically panned. I think they're doing it on purpose. They want you to think it's a bad idea when Cecil had the right idea all along. Anyway, who cares? Next post. Oh, goodness. Here's a Talk Tua post. You remember?
Blows my mind that somebody like this not only exists, but also is delusional enough to post it online.
Oh, God. I wish we could all forget. Are we done with it now? I thought she could just stay gone forever. This is the last time we'll talk about her, I swear. From now on, I'm blanking her. Anything I see, I don't give a shit. That's how you win. That has to be how we win. Anyway, happened to be in some crappy TikTok where you make a joke about puffing on pitas, successfully managed to build a media empire out of being a giant whore. I mean, I don't think she built a media empire. Jake Paul was just like, hey, you wanna? And she's like, okay. She made literally millions off of this shit. Still not enough. Use meme coins to pull off Ponzi scheme and steal millions more. Go dark for months and realize no one's paying attention to you anymore. Crave validation and miss the attention so much that you make a video crying about how you got tricked into scamming people. Oh yeah, she's just a little dum-dum. I mean, I do believe that part, but she knew something ain't right. How dumb do you really gotta be? She is, of course, still keeping the millions that she stole. Best case, she's a dumb bitch who never bothered doing any research or putting any critical thoughts into what she was doing. Or worst case, she is a lying see you next Tuesday who has no morals. Why did normies let her get famous? I couldn't tell you, honestly. I think it's mostly kids. Kids caught on to that thing and just said, like, that's an edgy thing. It's the little in-joke that everybody gets and everybody is extremely tired of. But I feel that this is coming to an end. Just take your millions and go away, okay? If I had $1 million, you know what I'd do? Make 1 million more. And then I'd go away. Yeah, that's just how it gotta be, I guess. Anyway, I really do swear that this is the last time we're ever going to see her face on the channel, ever. I think it's only been twice before, but, like, that's 2 times too much. You know what I mean? So, we're out of here. Have a nice life. Or die in a fire. I feel nothing, honestly. We'll move on to the next post. This Anon wants to tell us about L'Oreal Total Hair Repair, Friday night, shower, shave beard, hair product, new jacket, new shoes, apply fragrance, say goodnight to parents, hide in the woods till 2 a.m. God, that is grim.
What the fuck what do you mean? How? How have you... Oh, man. You're just ruining it.
Why? You just want to make your parents proud of you or something? It can't be real. This is sad, man. At least your fake date is encouraging you to practice some self-care, and maybe that'll lead to a real date eventually. Fingers crossed. Alright, we're moving on. Here's one about Sergeant Dokes and Dexter. And Anon wants to know why the hate boner. Surprise, motherfucker! New case. Okay. Hey, shut the fuck up, Morgan. Get in there and analyze those blood spatters. You sick fuck. I'm watching you. Okay. Creepy mother. I know you get off to the shit. Everyone thinks you're good at what you do, but I'm on to you, you freak. Okay, Sergeant Dokes. Shut up and do your job. I'm watching you. No, seriously. What the fuck was his problem? He could sniff out serial killers, as I recall the plot being.
I've never seen someone so excited about a crime scene before. You like this blood shit a little too much.
Because he had been to war before, you see. But no spoilers for the only season of Dexter that's worth watching. Seriously, don't waste your time. Alright, moving on. This Anon wants to talk about manual boomers. No, manuals are not dying everywhere. I'll always take manuals over autos because it gives me so much more control over the vehicle. I need to take one hand off the steering wheel to accelerate. It's much more difficult to drive, therefore manuals are better drivers. What, are you just lazy or something? Yes, I am very lazy. Thank you for asking. Opie says, why are they like this? Seriously, everyone in my family thinks I'm the black sheep because I only drive with one foot, except my auntie, but she learned to drive in Canada. 1 foot? Oh, because you gotta press the clutch and all that shit. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I'm a 1 foot driver, too, up top. Do you realize what a pain in the ass a manual is in traffic? No, thank you. Next post. This Anon says, do not befriend fellow incels. I mean, that's, I guess, good advice for life. I wouldn't say fellow, but he got the spirit. Start talking to a girl for the first time in years. Tell my friend he stalks her or something, and he gets a job where she works, and he plays it off like a coincidence. Later on, I find out he's been acting weird towards her. He gets angry at me for still talking to her. Turns out he thought she'd just as easily go for him because we're both pretty low-value men. He starts giving me the whole supreme gentleman stuff and saying that girls never want nice guys like him. Yeah, you're watching this unfold before your very eyes. I don't know if it's everybody out there, but it's definitely that one guy. You stay away from that one guy for good, okay? He's got evil in his heart. Although I guess that was implied when he's like, hey, I'm a self-described incel on 4chan. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what I expected, honestly. We're going to move on. Nice post, picture of a sunset. Anon says, part of me wants to buy a MacBook Air and be a normie with a girlfriend. And another part of me wants to build a $1,500 desktop and play adult anime games.
Hey, you're the one. What do you have, like a non-functioning amygdala?
Yeah, this truly is one of those, like, choose your own adventure. You have to pick a path. This is a dividing line in your life. And you know which way the right way to go is. But so many people take the easy path. So many. Myself included, depending on the day. Anyway, next post. This Anon built a PC barely 2 years ago. Decided to build a new rig. Spent $4,000 on it. The games I've played since: Resident Evil 4, the original 2005 one, Tony Hawk's Underground 1 and 2, Metal Gear Solid 5, Dark Souls 2, Need for Speed Carbon, Terraria, Dying Light 1, The Sims 2, Doki Doki Literature Club. I don't understand myself. I mean, you want what you want. If I ever did want to play a game that required some big graphics, then I could, you know. $4,000 well spent. How else am I going to get 900 frames per second in Doki Doki Literature Club? It's like a speedrun hack. I don't think that's true, but we'll move on to the next post. I'll just pretend it was. Here's the Dark Knight Batman. He says, no, spying on everyone for the greater good is bad. Why? It just is, okay? I'm not going to listen to a guy in a bat suit who can't even turn his head left to right, okay?
Hold tight, bat turn.
The nanny state is coming. They'll pay billions of dollars for this. Why not help it along, you know? Have enough to go buy my own private island and live in solitude while selling out everybody else on the planet. You know, now that I say it out loud, it doesn't sound like such a great idea. Anyway, next post. This Anon's talking about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Hogwarts Legacy. He called it Humiliation Rituals.png. The dev inserts a black character randomly into the setting and proceeds to use them to talk down to the character. Implies that Western culture is inferior in some aspect. You can literally hear the dev cooming in the background as he gets a moral high off of doing this to you. Is there a term for this phenomenon? I think Humiliation Rituals basically sums it up. But you ain't gotta be mad at video game characters, you know? The dev might have meant something by it, but I don't have to give it a reaction. I just say, I wasn't fond of that character. And I have played Hogwarts Legacy, and I'll tell you, Nazi on eyes, she freaks me out. Look into her cold, dead eyes. Are there any lights on in there? Is anybody home? Hello? Nazi? Yeah, I think we lost her. This is a grand mal seizure. Anyway, who cares? Next post. Here's a stupid Anon thinking nicotine's gonna fix anything. Lost my job. It's my doomer era. See that doomer guy meme that always has the guy smoking? So I try some cigarettes. What an idiot. Yeah, I saw it on a meme. I just thought I should do it. I was like, that guy, he's me, and he smokes, so I have to do it. Cigarettes are friggin' expensive. They taste like friggin' crap. I got this shit taste in my mouth that didn't go away for a full day, and also, my clothes smell like crap. I tried vaping, because that's what Zoomers do. Shit's even more expensive. Insanely sweet taste that gives me a headache. Gets jittery feeling, but yeah, it doesn't feel nice at all. It was like shit. Why do people do this? I thought it was gonna help me cope, but this just makes me feel like garbage. Fucking awful. Why do people do this?
It's fun to smoke. I like doing unhealthy things.
I couldn't tell you, Anon. You're one of the lucky ones that got off easy, you know? The bells and the whistles, they didn't light up for you. First time I took a puff off a cigarette, I got my bell rung. I was hooked in. Body's feeling fuzzy all over, and guess what? You're trying to chase that feeling forevermore. You never feel it again, unless you quit smoking for a week or two. And at that point, why go back? It's not worth it to feel it again. God, I hate you for making this decision. Like, it's your life, and I can't tell you how to live, but... fuck. If I could take that decision back. Anyway, next post. It's a post about U.S. aid getting shut down. Post quality improves 500-fold. And another Anon says, yeah, so it's still 0. Well, somebody knows their math, don't they? 4chan was never good. And that's the truth. Our next Anon wants to talk about Seinfeld. And he said, was a 911 special really necessary? Somebody comes in and does like a Reddit right Seinfeld thing. Where they say, yeah, Kramer gives the hijackers direction to the right gate so they don't miss their flight. George is unaware of the attacks and tries to convince his parents that he got a well-paying job at the World Trade Center. Jerry cancels a gig last minute, leading to accusations that he had foreknowledge of the attacks. Elaine is on vacation with a New York Fire Department firefighter during the attacks, making him miss his chance at glory. And yeah, Kramer gets hit with a piece of debris at the end. I'm fine with that. Perfect episode. Cut and wrap. Could have gone on for another decade, but yeah, Jerry's a smart fella. He's like, I made enough money. What do I need with more money? I'm out. He's probably still getting checks every month. It's in syndication and stuff. Whatever. Next post. I'm not jealous. Next post. Get it off my face. Here's an Anon talking about Kratos. Kratos then. Evil MFer who would drown his enemies in the blood of their own children. Kratos now. Crying beta bitch cuck. What happened? Another Anon says, we became better. That's what it takes to become better. He just had kids. That's what happened. Kids will soften you up. That's a fatal mistake there, Kratos. Anyway, next post. This Anon works at a hospital. He says, be me, male nurse. Need my pen. Check my front pocket. Find a rectal thermometer. Some asshole has my pen. Quite literally. Nicely played, yes. Here's some Anons talking about driving. Be me, finally get my driver's license. First thing I do is drive around my city at night, blasting A Real Hero. Has a film ever impacted your life? Yeah, probably. Not that one. Another Anon says, get my license. This changes everything. All I do is drive my mom around. I'm too stupid to get a driver's license. Well, I'll tell you a secret, Anon. It's massively overrated anyways. Second Anon has it right. All you do is errands, drive mom places. But I guess all that was just practice for driving my wife places. Anyway, next post. Here's a Daniel Craig James Bond, and the girl he's sitting across from says, holy shit, is that a Rolex? And he says, no, actually, it's an Omega. It's a legit brand with a longer history than Rolex. Did you know that the Speedmaster was the first watch on the Hey, wait, why are you leaving? I don't understand the concept of a luxury watch, says another Anon. Most of them don't even look very stylish, just bulky, heavy-looking jobs. Yeah, you know what watch is my favorite? The Casio calculator watch.
When's our anniversary?
It's tomorrow. To remember card numbers, access codes, get a Casio.
Go ahead, pick yourself one up on Amazon right now. I put an affiliate link in the description for you. And I ain't even joking. It's the ultimate nerd watch, and you need one. Specifically through my affiliate link. Thanks so much. Next post. This Anon wants to talk about some musician guy that I don't recognize. But he made a little rap, so I guess we could rap alongside him. Cue up that music, DJ. Oh. What? Who's this guy? I don't know his name, but you're gonna find out. 5'3". Wifey taller than me. I sit when I pee. I'm in a baby car seat. Yeah. Huggies on fleek. Cut my own cheek. Yeah. Dancing don't use the razor. But there's another flavor. Did I say blood or butt? I'm not sure. It's just very indecisive about the word, I guess. Yeah, super fun, super neat post. Thank you for the musical interlude. I appreciate you. Now I gotta get the hell out of here. This Anon watched a TLC show. He says, open YouTube, watch my 600-pound life. Get rock hard, close my 600-pound life. Contemplate my own life. Am I completely doomed? Please! I cannot be the only person this happens to.
What? Don't look at me like that. Fat chicks need love too. But they gotta pay.
Oh, but you can. At least I hope that's the case. If you can find anybody else who's into it, they're probably on the internet. But I don't know where to point you. Preferably the other direction from me. Because I don't want that thing poking around, all right? Enjoy TLC shows like your own time. Next one. Be me, get friends into Total War Warhammer 3. Start a co-op campaign. Constant bitching ensues. Oh my god, Anon, why does it take you 2 minutes to load in and out of fights? I'm done with the complaining. Exit the game. I'm a host, so everybody gets booted. Call them all brain-rotted and leave the VC. God, I can't fucking stand how normies can't wait for more than 15 seconds at a time, anyone. I'm sure you meant any more, but that's how mad he is. He's making spelling mistakes.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
I think the true issue here is that your computer sucks. If you spent $4,000 on a new one, all your problems would be solved. even if all he does is play Doki Doki Literature Club. Anyway, I don't care. Moving on. This Anon says, anyone else excited for the Buffy revival? I didn't know that was a thing, but yeah, why not? Another Anon says, what happened to her face? It's called getting older, Anon.
It'll happen to you.
Yeah, time's cruel. I don't want to think about it no more. Next one. Here's an Anon that just wants to play some games in his off times. I've been working all week. Come Friday, it's gaming time. PlayStation Network is down. Yeah, it's down for the count, isn't it? I mean, this is why I don't care for PlayStation or Xbox or anything that requires me to be online to access my own stuff, really. My Switch, my Steam Deck, basically always in offline mode. Ain't no problem there. Microsoft, Sony, why can't you get with the times, huh? Technology's supposed to make the experience better, not worse. Don't you understand? Anyway, next post. Here's an Anon that's a boomer. Be a boomer. Wake up next to wife. Take a shit. Get out of bed. Oops. Take a 5-minute shower. Leave towel on electric heater to dry. Get dressed in jeans and no shirt. Drink beer. Mow the lawn. Drink beer. Go to car dealership. Spend 0.00001% of my savings on a BMW M760E. Drive on the highway in the fast lane at 40 miles per hour to Home Depot. Buy a propane grill and a new toilet. Drive back on the wrong side of the highway. Crash for the 23rd time this year. Insurance buys me a new car. Uber back home. House burned down. Wife burned to a crisp. Women, am I right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you made that happen. Good old boomer, not taking any responsibility for any of this, are ya? Wouldn't expect anything less, honestly. Instead of getting mad, I'm just not going to talk to you anymore. We're moving on. This Anon went to a cottage. Ooh, be me, 21-year-old. Book a romantic cottage overlooking a lake for a weekend with my girlfriend. Dude, hell yeah. Trying to get out there and do the thing. Proud of you. I pay in advance. We break up 7 days prior. Oof. Going to get a coffee with a female friend. I tell her that I'm going, even alone, because it's too late to cancel. And she says, I can go with you, Anon. It'll be fun. We could get weed and wine and watch stand-up and enjoy ourselves. And I enthusiastically agree, of course. Trip time. We get to the cottage. Cottage is superb, spacious, lake view. 2 large beds, which is important. I roll the first bone and open the first wine bottle, and we chat, have fun, gossip, etc. Later that day, start watching the Jeff Dunham puppet on YouTube. We're on her bed. She inches towards me, pushes her butt towards me more, like cats in mating season. Oh, come on. You knew what this was. It's a rebound. It's going to be fine. The friendship will never recover, but it's going to be fine. It's not going to be fine for Anon, though. He's basically got it inside. All you got to do is thrust, but he can't even do it. He can't even do it. It's terrible.
I don't want to hear another word. You're a disgrace to the game.
Anon says, am I overthinking AF due to the smoke and the drinks? Does she want to do it? What if she rejects? She's the one putting the moves on. That means she really wants to. Anon, get comfortable, as she looks suggestively. Nah, I'm comfy currently. The night draws to an end. I go to sleep in the other bed. She is visibly disappointed. I don't know why. Until I realize, a few months later. Yeah, hindsight's 20/20 and all that type of shit, you know? You'll get him next time. Surely there will be another chance. Truth be told, she could have actually regretted it in the morning. You know, she's inhibited and all. Maybe Anon did the right thing. Maybe he is being a legitimate gentleman. But I know what I would have done at 21 years old.
Giggity, 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 let's have some.
Anyway, next post. Here's some mobster posting from Anon. What if you were the Godfather? What would you have done differently? Be me. Be Italian mafioso that holds Palermo in his hand. Harsh but fair. Never let anyone go unpunished. Everyone is scared of my punishments. Be yesterday, goon fails assassination job, begs for mercy. I say nothing. He cries at my feet, begging me to spare him. This one is for the family, I whisper into his ear. He closes his eyes and opens his mouth. I totally cram my junk in there as punishment. Punishment.exe.
Without further interruption, let's celebrate and suck some
It's not great. I think you're watching a different version of The Godfather. I've never heard of this. Later, I hear whispers in the halls. Goons talking about me. Boss is definitely gay. He makes everyone put it in their mouth, and we're all men. WTF.jpg? Mamma mia! They think I'm gay? Realize that this is probably a well-known rumor. Try to sleep, but every past interaction replays in my head. Vito complimented my suit once. Did he suspect? Suspect what exactly? Are you coming to a realization yourself? Go ahead, say it out loud. Say it out loud. Polly said I had soft hands. Was that a diss? In the office the next day, light a cigarette and take a long drag. I need to end this. I call an emergency meeting. All my lieutenants come in and gather around me, eager to hear what I have to say. Goon whispers to his friends, "Hey, what did Vito just say?" "He said the boss is about to come out," his friend answers. My face when. Slam my fists on the table. I am not gay! Silence. My consigliere coughs. Of course not, boss. I tell Vito to bring me all the women in the building so that I can prove how hetero I am. Vito clears his throat. There are no women in the familia, boss. Realization.exe. My organization is only men. We are the gayest mafia in history. Yeah, but you look pretty snazzy, you know? You win some, you lose some. Change of plans. If they all think I'm gay, I'm just gonna double down. I summon all my capos to the main hall. Tell them that it's time to initiate the final punishment for today's failed goon. Bring the failed goon forward. Tell him to bend over. The whole room goes silent. Vito is sweating. I hesitate for a second, but I know that this is the only way forward. Are you sure about that?
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
He drops his drawers, and everyone's faces goes white. One capo pulls out his gun and points it at his own head. I won't go through this again, boss! Polly starts crying. Knowing what I must do, I scream and thrust. After 4 hours of merciless torture, I sit alone in my office, smoking. The hardest decisions require the strongest minds. I stare at my own reflection in the window. My own eyes stare back. The door creaks open. It's Vito. We sent the videotape to the 5 Dons, he says. And? I ask. Well, Vito said anxiously, I think you should check up on the group chat yourself. I open the Mafia group chat. 25 new messages. All of them are replies to the tape. Every message is just the word Gaylord and a bunch of laughing emojis. Vito, I whisper, staring at my own reflection. Do you think I'm a gay? No, sir, but you do insist upon yourself, Vito replies. He hesitates. But you do insist upon yourself, sir. I stare out the window. As sad Hispanic music starts playing, the city below sleeps. Being the Godfather is the hardest job in the world. Where the hell did all of this come from? I'm terrified. What? Who are you, Anon? Why did you write this? I have so many questions. I'll get no answers. That's just how it goes on 4chan most of the time. So I gotta be okay with that. I gotta learn to live with it, and we gotta move on. This Anon wants to tell everyone the singular most autistic thing he's ever done for some reason. Be me, daydreamer in 9th grade, chilling with my bros in physics class, extremely bored, decide to talk about crushes. Everyone takes turn to talk about their crushes and their progression. Then they asked me, and I said, it's that plain girl from the other class. buddies are not impressed. Well, I am desperately trying to sound cool, so I decide to make an edgy comment to shock people and get attention. Describe horrific acts in excruciating detail. I learned the words from Berserk. This was all just as an edgy joke, to show everyone how cool I was. Dude, in 9th grade, I think you should outgrow this by now. I don't... What? I guess everyone else feels the same. Everyone falls into radio silence and looks at me like I'm a piece of human garbage, which, after the things you said, is fair. For the next 3 days, I was sleepless and scared that they would report me for my attempt to attention grab. May be the last bro code, but they didn't. It's not bro code, okay? You've given them a glimpse of what goes on inside your mind, and while yes, they were obviously horrified, they don't want to interact with you any further. The best course of action is to get the hell out of here. They've never talked to me and distanced themselves ever since. And who could blame them? I am 25, have an entire new friend group, and a happy normal life. But I still think about this shit every night. I should have just peed in my pants. Yeah, that would have made it better. Why is it one of these two options? Can't we just vibe? Be cool for a minute? That would be nice. I'd enjoy that. I don't know if he'd be able to. Admittedly, 4chan is a vibe, but I'm talking about, something completely different from what you're into. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode, friends. Patreon and YouTube memberships are open if you'd like to sign up over there. We got my buddy Tato and his Patreon, huh? Support that Neckbeard dating sim that I mentioned. I'd appreciate it. Got all kinds of new stuff on the Teespring if you're into it. I did drop that Amazon affiliate link that I said I was going to. So very many ways to support, including free ways like liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing the video around. Very, very important. Thank you guys so much for 30,000 subs. Absolutely insane. Who would have ever thought it would come this far? I got to 5,000. I'm like, yeah, I'm the best. And now this. Thank you guys so much for all that you do for the channel. In conclusion, I'd like to remind you that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.